Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Rosewater. And in the last episode, guys, we did a little bit of watch repair, a little bit of bomb disposal, and a little bit of delivery man in order to get access to the Jolly Good Club. Now, we're inside the club right now, but there's a lot of doors to choose from. I was heading back to the ledger to cross-reference the real names and the nicknames of all of the members to try and figure out which door is correct. But I went and looked at the inventory off camera, and we have this letter right here.
February 9th, 1850. Clark, I have a business proposal.
Now, this is the mysterious L.
You may stay in my suite at the Jolly Good Club. My Orem Star membership and military rank afford me certain privileges.
There you go.
You will be furnished with the comforts.
It's signed L.
P.S. You needn't have any concern.
So, we go ahead and look at the Orem Star portrait here. And we have this stern-looking gentleman here with a 4-star rank, which would make him a general, I believe. So, let's go ahead and look at the ledger and see if we've got a general with an L. Or at least a military rank. Okay, Major Bernard Byrne Langham. So we'll look for Byrne. Captain, Corporal. If it's a 4-star, it's got to be a general though, right? Sergeant Major. Henry Hank Lawler, General. And I think we saw a Hank there as well. Any more generals? Timothy Tim Buchanan. So Tim and Hank, huh? And Willie. Laporte. So Tim, Willie, or Hank. We'll see if that's enough. Hopefully there's not multiples, because then we'll be in a bit of trouble.
Bat.
Not Bat.
Ham.
Not Ham.
Archie.
Nope.
Kit.
No.
Chan. Lige. Willie.
There we go.
Ned.
And so it's this one, I believe. We just want to double check the other names here.
Finney. Cy.
That's it. Let's just open the door.
Locked, of course. But these are the simplest door locks I've ever seen.
Spared no expense.
Nothing to it.
Oh, didn't even have to do the minigame. Please tell me this is the right one.
This must be Laporte's room. And there's the safe.
We're on the right track then.
Can't believe I've been wearing the same clothes nearly 2 weeks now.
You must be very aromatic.
Nothing. This desk hasn't been used in a while.
I wonder if Laporte, or however you pronounce the name, is listening to the dinosaur lecture.
Still life of some fruit and flowers. Hotel art.
Astrolabe.
Strange device. Something to do with the planets.
Mm-hmm.
It's still early in the evening. I hope we can locate Clark before morning. I found a crumpled note. Better take it.
What does the note say?
Frontier. This has been one hell of a journey.
Hold on.
General Laporte, as per your request, we have provided your suite with a safe. The combination is 12 right, 9 left, 5 right. Please share this information only with those you trust. Management.
1295.
Nothing hidden in the sheets. A few suits.
Oh, and a portal to Narnia. Okay. So... $12... Is it $12.95?
Hot damn!
Indeed.
All right, let's see what we've got here. Some kind of wooden card? Better hang on to it. And another journal, but not Clark's. Uh-oh, sounds like the presentation's wrapping up. I'd better make myself scarce.
Pick up the pace anytime you want there, Harley.
And who might you be?
Me? Why, I'm Harley Legere. What's your name?
My, I don't think I've ever met such a friendly burglar.
Burglar? What are you talking about?
This is a members-only club, and you clearly aren't a member. Therefore, I can only assume that you must have broken in. Your intent was to steal something, I suppose?
I just came in here looking for someone.
Oh, looking for whom?
Well, it's not you, so really, why should it matter?
You're quite clever. Very well, you can go. Let it not be said that General Laporte can't be merciful. But if I ever see you in here again, I won't be so lenient. Understood?
Yes, sir.
At ease.
Well, did you find him?
I think so, but let's get out of here.
Yeah, before he realizes whose room got broke
Let's see
into.
what's in this diary I found.
November 22nd, 1844. The soldier is not a political animal. His sole concern is to determine how to achieve the objectives he has been given with all the resources he can muster. The motives behind the order, the whys and wherefores, are not his to question. That is politics, and it is for politicians. That right there is nonsense. But a soldier is also a private citizen of his republic. He's endowed with a vote and a voice, and may, indeed must, use all his faculties of discernment and discretion in the exercise thereof. As a citizen, he may be rightfully interested in national affairs and move to do all that is within his power to deflect a march toward ruin. Any less would be a dereliction of his patriotic duty. Okay, that's better. I write this not as a soldier, but as a concerned citizen. Indulging the basest populist fears, Leroy is pursuing a laborite agenda of anti-tech appeasement that will shackle the productive capabilities of this country for generations. The inevitable result will be an economic depression and want of military readiness that will put us at the mercy of our enemies and render us permanently dependent, withered, and diseased appendage of the crown. Steam tech, and its even more potent successor, aethericity, are the engines that will power our prosperity and military might. If we do not pursue these technologies with all robustness, we may be assured that others will. Both as a citizen and a soldier charged with the defense of our Commonwealth, I cannot stand idly by and watch our future destroyed. June 12th. An infant industry is poised to be strangled in its crib, and its genius father must suffer his reputation to be torn to tatters, all because of a single unfortunate accident. I refer, of course, to the incident at the Lamplight City Expo, which Leroy has seized upon as an opportunity to decry the intolerable dangers of the whole Aetheric project and agitate for a total ban. The way of progress was never smooth, but after stumbling over the first pebble in the road, a timorous populace now wrings its hands in hysterical anguish. Political opportunists now rush to coddle simple minds by vying to introduce the most stringent measures yet proposed. These men are ignoramuses who cannot see the potential in what Dr. Clark has wrought. The nation that first tames the unbridled power of aethericity will be the unrivaled leader of the world, and need genuflect to no potentate. Vespuccia needs an etheric project of her own, not subject to the whims of politics or commerce, and Dr. Clark is just the man to carry it through. He must not be allowed to succumb to the passing winds of ill favor. July 25th. Fort Beaumont is a conveniently situated outpost, out of the way of common traffic, yet close enough to the rail terminus in the south of town of Rosewater. Close by in the San Bernardo Valley is a village of indigenous people who might be kept in a state of sufficient aggravation and agitation to render the fort an indispensable bulwark against them. As none may dispute that certain campaigns of suppression emanating from Beaumont must therefore be waged, a fivefold increase in its annual allotment of material to fund such operations will provoke no complaint. However, I cannot work with Captain Mayhew. He is principled and proud and will not be susceptible to the usual inducements. A tour patrolling the Laurentian border will provide him ample opportunity for the honorable and distinguished service he craves, far from here. As for a replacement, there is in Clayton Creek a certain Lieutenant Stokes, presently facing summary court-martial on charges of disorderly conduct and public drunkenness after causing the death of a local in some dispute over a woman of low virtue. It happens that Stokes descends from an old military family. His grandfather, no less than Colonel Remington Stokes, lost his life in the pacification skirmishes that ultimately civilized Dixie. Consequently, the lieutenant harbors no love for savages, and strong aversion to any stain of dishonor upon his distinguished family name. In gratitude for the dismissal of charges and a promotion to captain, such a man would prove exceptionally complacent. March 3rd. The first cup of water given to a man rescued from a shipwreck at sea tastes as sweet as the finest wine. How much sweeter, then, the finest wine must be, accompanied by steak and lobster, and followed by a quantity of port and good cigars. Dr. Clark has accepted the hospitality of my club and given ear to my entreaties. I have impressed upon him the need for utmost discretion. In return, he will be at liberty to continue his research here, sheltered from disturbance and wholly provided for in the smallest detail. It is an offer that no man in his position could possibly refuse. March 11th, 1850. All has been arranged on Gannet Island, at no small expense, and the facility is ready to receive its chief researcher. Preparations were underway well in advance of his acceptance. Had Dr. Clark proved unwilling, another expert, less proficient and likely less traceable, would have to have been procured. It is for the better that such contingencies were not necessary. With Dr. Clark leading the effort, Project Rosewater can commence imminently. Rapid progress is expected. When my country is ready to sup on the fruits of this labor, she may well thank me for my foresight.
Clark's not at the club anymore, but I found out who invited him to El Presidio, an army general named Laporte. He's got Clark on Gannet Island working on some secret operation called Project Rosewater.
Project Rosewater?
No idea what it is, but it's the whole reason Laporte brought Clark here.
Wait a minute. Remember those crates on the army supply wagon? The ones marked Rosewater? They weren't going to the town of Rosewater. I bet they were coming here for Project Rosewater.
Of course. Fort Beaumont was just a waypoint. It sure seemed like a lot of stuff for one little outpost in the middle of nowhere.
So, the night deliveries, the Aurum bars.
Something big is going on here. We need to have a talk with Shaw.
Is this where the swerve happens?
Miss Legere, have you any news?
Clark's been moved to Gannet Island.
Gannet Island? There's nothing there, just a crumbling fort and lighthouse.
Have you heard of an army general named Laporte? Or something called Project Rosewater?
Neither. Go on.
Wait, didn't we take that thing off the desk earlier?
Then does that mean you're not aware what sort of trouble you're stirring up? This quest has run us afoul of some very dangerous people. If you expect us to get Clark for you, I want to know why you want him so badly.
Very well. Imagine airships, engines, furnaces, powered not by petroleum and coal, but by ethericity, an infinitely renewable energy source that comes from the sky itself, clean, efficient, and economical.
But you run an oil company.
I run an energy company, Miss Legere. Energy takes many forms.
There you go.
With Dr. Clark in my employ, we can lay the groundwork now for a pivot from oil to ethericity. Once the benefits become apparent, the market will clamor for clean, safe, etheric energy. And only one company will be equipped to meet that demand on day one. Mine.
What about the ban?
Bans are imposed by governments, and governments change, Miss Legere. Not everyone supports Leroy's technophobic policies. The Labourites are barely hanging on. It's not just Atwood's trade party that would like to see etheric advancement back on the table. Royalists, justice, pioneers, even the Christian Union would all get on board. In these fractious times, ethericity has the potential to be a great uniter. Change is just over the horizon. But enough politics. You know where Clark is. Go get him. Best of luck.
At least she's honest about it. Okay. Oh, yeah, we saw the island and the lighthouse over there at the wharf. Which means we need to get passage on that boat. I believe it was this way, wasn't it? Maybe? Aha! Let's see if we've got a easy trip or we're gonna have to work to secure
Good
passage.
evening.
Evening to you.
How much to go to Gannet Island?
Oh, hell. There's no amount of money could get me to set foot on that island.
Why not?
It's cursed. Haunted by demonic spirits.
Come on, really?
I've seen them with my own eyes. Horrid specters floating around the place, ready to kill anyone who gets too close. When they're out dancing in the sky at night, you can feel their evil influence in the air, too. Hot shivers going down the back of your neck. You know what's good for you. Don't get any idea going out there out of your head.
Thing about it is, we're not asking you to step foot on the island, we're just asking you to take us to the island.
Look, we really need to get to that island.
Good luck to you, then. Nobody in their right mind will take you there.
You said no amount of money could get you to set foot on the island. What if you just dropped us off?
Yeah.
You're dead set on going, aren't you?
I thought I'd made that clear.
All right. If you have such a disregard for your life, there's nothing I can do about it. But I won't take you there for any less than 60 crowns.
And we got 60 crowns.
You drive a hard bargain, but we're not giving up. Here's the money.
Oof. That was pricey, but...
All right. But the minute I drop you off, I'm gone.
How are we supposed to get back?
I'll come back for you. At dawn. If the ghosts haven't killed you before then, that is.
We'll take our chances. Let's go.
Let's go, team. That's why we saved our money.
To the island's reputation as the accursed haunt of assorted malignant spooks and spirits, it has cost us a comely copper to induce one of the credulous locals to transport us here. I do have to admit that this place presents a rather eerie aspect. It's easy enough to imagine ghosts drifting along the ramparts of the ruined fort, or floating among the after images of the lighthouse beam. But there's only one ghost I'm interested in finding here.
Remember, I'll be back at sunrise. Then I'm heading home whether you're on my boat or not.
Sounds good, as long as we...
Que mareo. I am glad to be back on solid ground.
Look, there's smoke coming from the chimney of that cabin.
I guess this island isn't all that abandoned. Stay alert.
As long as Willem Dafoe isn't up there naked, I'm fine. Okay, looks like we can...
Someone must keep this lighthouse running. Bet this fort was impressive in its day. It's a crumbling ruin now.
That's a nice coastal fort.
Hello? Anyone home? No one here. We can do some prowling.
Why is the door open, though? Why is my Akbar sense tingling? Though I do love the anchor light fixture there.
How rustic.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's staying in here must believe the stories about the island being haunted. If this is lit, it means someone's been here recently.
But where are they now?
Do we have some Old Bay here? Oh.
It's got a dragon on it, but no indication of what tea is inside. A box of chamomile tea. Bai Ji Guan. Some kind of Chinese tea, I guess. Oolong. I think I've had this stuff before. This one's not labeled. Feel like I could lie down and sleep for weeks. Maybe I will when we're through. It's getting late. I hope we can make that dawn rendezvous.
Same.
All things considered, I could be looking a lot worse. A plain-looking cupboard, but the good stuff's always on the inside. Locked, because of course it is.
That's okay.
It's keeping this place nice and warm. A spare lantern.
So let's go ahead and... Oh yeah, we need to examine this.
A strange wooden card lined with metal. It's got some holes on one side.
It's like a cipher.
Damn, this lock is way more complex than it looks. I won't be able to pick it.
So maybe the key.
Hey, there's something rattling around in here. A small silver key. I'll just hang on to it.
Now the reason I grabbed that looks like a place that I would put a key. Yeah, let's give that a shot.
Here we are.
Aha!
It's empty, except for a couple of bullets. I'll take those.
Which indicates that we'll be getting a gun soon? Oop, and at the lighthouse. Okay.
Just some standard revolver bullets.
Revolver. Let's go out and... try the actual building itself.
Shh. Not another step. There's a guard. Stay quiet.
Oh wow, this reminds me of the beginning of Hellboy now.
Odd device. Looks like it's meant to be spoken into.
Uh-huh.
The guard keeps drinking from this cup. Looks like we found the island's inhabitant. What exactly is he guarding? Massive doors. Do they lead underground? Quite an elaborate contraption.
And then we got that.
Stay here. I'm going to see what's through that door over there.
Okay, not an observant guard. Huzzah. I appreciate that. Oh, good God. So is this like an old hospital or something?
This place is falling apart. A nice mountainside landscape. Cheery. There's a lot of broken glass in here. What's this? One container hasn't been broken. I might be able to use it.
Let me guess, something that I put in the guy's drink.
An empty glass beaker.
Oh.
There's a metal drain in the floor. Nothing, just some muck. I think a bed of hot coals would be comfier. Just a dirty old sheet, and I see no reason to get any closer.
That's fair. Okay. So we've got a beaker. Maybe we do need to go ahead and brew something. Maybe some chamomile or something to make him fall asleep. Also, is there anywhere else that we can go into? No, that looks like an alternate path, but that we may discover that later, I assume. Okay, piping hot water.
Feel like I could... Feels mostly full. Feels nearly full. Nearly empty. Running pretty low. It's empty.
Okay, so we don't actually use that.
empty glass beaker.
That doesn't work, and that doesn't work. Well, that might just be everything. Danny?
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Harley.
Pretty spooky place, this island.
I'll say. I can see why people think it's haunted.
You don't believe in ghosts, do you?
I don't know, but we should be careful. Make sure you don't whistle or anything, okay?
What? Why not?
Just trust me.
Any ideas for getting us past that guard?
Actually, yes. He doesn't look too tough. I could probably scare him off with a little gunplay. Only trouble is, I'm out of bullets.
Actually, I've already got
Oh, that's convenient.
Great. Shall we go ahead with the plan?
Hold on, though.
I don't know. Let's see if I can think of something else.
Okay, let me know if you change your mind.
Because I'm afraid that's going to alert someone else. But we do have the bullets, so...
Hey, Phil? This is one spooky island.
Do not be afraid. We have dealt with far worse than some fog. Unlike that boat woman, I do not believe in ghosts. Nor do you, I suspect.
Got any ideas for getting rid of that guard?
Yes, it is perhaps a gamble, but I think I might have a plan. This island is rumored to be haunted, no? The atmosphere is certainly eerie enough. I believe that with a little pageantry, we might convince the guard the rumors are true. I will need a couple of props.
Such as?
Some kind of light source and something I can cover myself with.
Oh, okay. Now we can grab this. I think that might be better than just having Danny shoot. And we know where to go for a sheet. Oh. I thought the game just bugged out. Okay, speed there. Ooh, Phil is not gonna like this.
Just a dirty old sheet. This could be what Phil's looking for. Ugh. Hope I don't have to carry this for long.
Yeah, it probably smells lovely and fragrant. A nice floral arrangement. Complete with the dead body underneath the flowers.
Not now. I don't want the guard to hear us.
Alright, let's convene back at the cabin. I wonder if there's a better option out of the two. But due to the fact that we found the bullets pretty easy, I think this might be the play.
Hey, Phil?
So, okay. Oh, it's bloody too. Perfect.
Here, can you use this?
I would have preferred it to be less soiled, but I will make do.
Spectres can't be choosers. Okay, and...
This will work, but it needs to be lit.
Oh. Okay.
I'm not sticking this lantern in a hot stove. There's got to be a safer way to light it.
Right here, though? Lamp for lamp?
There. Now I've got my own lit lantern.
Now we can be a Tonberry, which is also terrifying. Far more terrifying than a ghost.
Here, will this do?
This will be perfect. Perfecto. This is everything I need. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do that, and in case it doesn't work, then Danny can shoot them.
All right, let's go for it.
Very good. I will need some help from you, too. Come, I will explain.
See, it all works out. We got a contingency plan already. It wouldn't work the other way.
All right, help me put this together. Huh? What's that?
The guitar.
What mortal foot treads upon this cursed ground? Your bones will mix with the dust of our bones. Flee, or join us in the dance of eternal torment.
Jumpin' Jehoshaphat! I don't get paid enough for this.
Go for it, Bob.
Chilling stuff, Phil. Wow.
What can I say? I felt inspired. Perhaps some of Jake's showmanship has rubbed off.
Now to get those doors open. Somehow.
Oh, you see how Harley, no-sold that? Ghost of a chance. Phil helped get rid of the guard. I'm glad that the showmanship is the only thing that rubbed off. Alright guys, well, we have our way down to this laboratory, and hopefully Dr. Clark. So this is a perfect place to go ahead and call it, and we'll see what is in the lab in the next episode. Hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help, and we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.